I went to church. We went to church on Wednesday night, and we had a prayer group and prayed. That night we prayed that God would deliver her from this drug addiction. And that night, in the middle of the night, I kid you not, is when they called us from the hospital and told us that that the cops had brought her in and they had done something to her. That's what the nurse kept telling us. Yeah. The cops did something to her. And I kept asking, is she shot? I couldn't understand, because the nurse kept saying the cops did something to her. You have to hurry. And so we live way out here, and she was in Fort Worth, and so we get up and we get dressed. It's in the middle of the night, and we drive there as fast as we could. And
yeah, I answered the phone, and they said, "Is this Mr. Trevino?" I'm like, "Yes." And they said, "Well, we got your daughter here in the emergency room." And I said, "Was she okay?" And there was a pause, and she said, "No."
She said, "No."
I said, "Well, what is it?" And she said, "You just need to come." And she said that she had been in police custody, and that she's now in the emergency room. And I can't say a lot on the phone,
but you need to come as fast as you can.
And so we got out of bed and we rushed to the hospital, and she was already
bad.
The nurse wouldn't say a whole lot, but she was obviously miffed at the police, the way things had happened. They told us that there was no chance. We wouldn't have never known anything if it hadn't been for Alfredo being there to tell us what happened.
He told us that they got pulled over. Alfredo had a big amount of dope, and Alisha had a personal amount of dope on her. She didn't want to go back to prison. She swallowed this dope. Her
boyfriend, who was there, was arrested with her, told us that they were laughing about it, that it was a joke, that said, "Oh, you just don't want to go back to jail,"
and laughed.
And he told us, he said, "I told him that she's down. Look at her." He pointed. He said, "Look at her. She's down in the police car. She needs help." And they did not listen to him. Yeah, we realized that she made a bad choice, and that that she swallowed the drugs. Nobody made her swallow the drugs, and that it was a fatal choice. But when they handcuffed her and they put her in the back of the police car, they took away her ability to reverse that choice. When she started getting sick, don't you think she would have went to the hospital? So when they realize somebody needs medical attention and that person cannot get medical attention on their own, it's their responsibility to do that. And we believe that when they waited and when they ignored it, that they took away a chance that she had to live, that she could have been here
today.
So
we'll never know now.
If they had have acted and just called the ambulance to begin with.